Hi, everybody. Welcome to Eurolanche. My name is Michael. I am from Colorado, Europe, and this is our first full proper episode. I know I spoke to David the other day, but in English for this weekly series. This is our first proper episode, and I'm delighted to be joined firstly by Roman and obviously as well with Attila. And Attila, I'm trying to learn your name, man, but in Ireland, I'm trying, yeah?
No, it's cool, don't worry. You guys do good music, so I will let you off.
I will say nothing more on that matter. It's all good, guys. It's I have to say on my own part, it's a pleasure to have you both on. Obviously, long time Avs fans, the both of yous, and I think it's great to see the growth of Eurolanche in English and really to see what happens going forward. I know there's a lot of people in the Czech Republic, a lot of people in Slovakia, numerous European countries as well. So, for example, if you are watching this for the first time, folks, if you would like to potentially have your show in your own language, please get in contact and we will see what we can do because I know my voice, while it's in English, it can be very hard to understand, hence why I'm speaking so slow. Lads, guys, first of all, we're going to maybe introduce ourselves to the audience. Now, Roman, you asked me to go first. So I will do that. No worries. I will start and then we'll pick Roman and so on. So yeah, lads. Like I obviously I'm Michael, but I am with a group called Colorado Europe. Now we started a group a few years ago called Broncos Europe, obviously in relation to the NFL team, and it's just grown so much over the last few years, and it made sense to branch out to the other teams in Colorado and in Denver because it's good to obviously if you're going on holiday to Denver, like you want to be able to not just see an Avs game, but maybe see a Nuggets game or a Broncos game or anything because it's very unlikely if you go for a week in Denver that there's going to be 7 Avs games in a row. It's not going to happen. Usually in Pepsi Center, there's a few Nuggets games and so on. But yeah, so I became a fan of those teams maybe 2 or 3 years ago in full, and I have to say I'm very excited to start this. I'm honored to start this in terms of English, so I'm really looking forward to it. And while I might not have the same Avs background as you guys have, I'm very much looking forward to jumping in and learning a lot at what is a really interesting time for this team. Obviously, going into this hub now with a shortened season, a shortened playoff situation. So, I am looking forward to it. So, yeah, obviously, thanks for you guys coming on. And that is a little bit about me. And I'm from Ireland as well. So, if anybody is watching this from Ireland and enjoys ice hockey and wants to maybe get a beer, just give me a shout anytime. Roman, you're in the Czech Republic, yeah?
Yeah, hello everybody. My name is Roman. I'm from the Czech Republic, and I've been an Avalanche fan right from the start since 1995 when the franchise moved to Colorado. And I'm really exciting about hockey coming back soon, and I'm really looking forward to our video shows as well.
You said, Roman, you're a fan since 1995 when obviously the franchise was established in Colorado. Is there a reason why is there a reason why you supported the Avalanche? Was it because they were new, or do you have like an affinity or a connection to the state, for example, or?
I wouldn't say it was the main reason that the franchise moved to Colorado, but I followed National Hockey League as a whole before. But a successful first season in Colorado with the winning the Stanley Cup really helped me to get involved in Colorado hockey, and I became a huge fan.
It's definitely worked out then, Roman, and obviously it's the one thing I see sitting in Blake Street Tavern in Denver. I see in the big posters from that Stanley Cup win as well in the 90s. No, look, thank you for showing your insight, Roman, and hopefully we can meet up in the Czech Republic someday. We will see what happens. Attila, you're in Poland, yeah?
Yeah, I'm in Warsaw at the moment, living here for over a year now.
Awesome. Now, you told us before we started recording that you're from Hungary originally.
Well, I'm Hungarian, but I grown up in Serbia, so it's a little bit complicated, but it's all good. I mean,
It's all
that
good.
part of Europe is always a little bit interesting.
Why are you an Avs fan then?
Basically, I played ice hockey, as a kid in my hometown. I mean, we have a fantastic arena, but that doesn't have a roof. So for us, every game is a winter classic. You know what I mean? So it's awesome. And when I started to play, obviously, everybody had a favorite team. I mean, I was like 8 years old, something like that. But like we did not have like in live coverage or anything in the TV, nothing. And I had to pick a team. And there was like a news article with about the Avs. And funny enough, Attila, letter A, makes sense. And 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 I really fancied Peter Forsberg. I just liked his name straight away. This guy must be awesome, as it turns out he was. So that's how it started.
I have to say, and I'm presuming Roman, have you played maybe ice hockey before as well?
I've never played organized hockey. Just
The thing
ball, just ball hockey as a kid, but never organized ice hockey.
For us over here, like in Ireland, like okay, yeah, there is ground hockey, like non-ice hockey, that is popular in some areas. It's one thing that I'm a little bit jealous about because I really enjoy watching the NHL in general, but for us here in Ireland, it's not as if you can just go to Dublin or Belfast and watch maybe a hockey game. Okay, yes, we've got the Belfast Giants to play, but it's nothing near the level that you guys would have. Like I know, for example, I was in Prague, Roman, in March, and I seen how popular ice hockey was over there, and I was just shocked, to be honest. This man coming from Ireland in the countryside, going to Prague and going, wow, man, it's not just football that's popular, and it's interesting to see how popular ice hockey is, especially in mainland Europe.
Not everywhere. In Poland, it's not that much.
No,
to be honest.
it's more
No.
football, yeah.
Yeah, it's all about football, and I think volleyball here is popular as well. But
It's interesting.
I'm jealous for you guys over in the Czech Republic and Slovakia how amazing it is. For me, the best game experience was actually Nottingham. I went on a Panthers game a few times.
Oh,
So
Nottingham Panthers, okay.
yeah,
Okay.
I lived in town, but what was like less than an hour drive from there, so I took them as my local team.
I've got the Belfast Giants close to me, but well, obviously now at the moment the season isn't happening, so we will see what happens. But this is not a Belfast Giants or a Nottingham Panthers podcast or video show, so we will get on to the main topic, guys. Obviously, it's been a weird few months. Like, forgetting about the NHL, American sports in general, it's been a weird few months, and us guys are in a very different situation medically in terms of Europe than the US. So it is interesting now. Obviously, the last few days, you've seen Major League Baseball come back. You've seen the National Football League agree to start coming back, and a lot of people could argue a few days ago that maybe the National Football League, the NFL, may not have came back straight away because of the size of the rosters. One thing that the NHL does have going for it is it's not as big of a team in terms of numbers in comparison to football. Guys, just one of the main things that I wanted to get in this episode was this. Obviously, guys, the Avs are starting and they're going to go to Edmonton now this week, and they're going to start off next weekend. This whole bubble situation, Roman, I'm right in thinking that the Avs will be staying in a hotel which is connected to an arena, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think it's going to have a positive effect on the team? Do you think, guys, if we sat together for a month in a room or a building, would we not get annoyed? I mean, this whole bubble situation, it is going to be difficult, no?
I would say for younger players, without kids, it's not gonna be so difficult, but it's gonna be very hard for older guys with kids. They have to say goodbye to their kids, and some players are just fathers and have newborn kids, like 1-2 months old. So it's going to be hard for them, but for younger guys, I think it's going to be okay.
Attila, what do you think about this whole Edmonton thing? Because I was actually quite shocked when I seen the NHL had this plan for two bases because you've seen in other it's fair enough. You've seen in other sports like the MLS, for example, and the NBA are both in Florida. Like Canada's in a far better situation than the US is in. Just wondering your thoughts on this whole bubble situation. Do you think it's going to work out?
Yeah, I think the NHL did very well. I mean, the whole so far, I think for last week for sure, but maybe for 2 weeks there was absolutely no positive test from the players at all. So everybody's doing their job, and I'm happy that at the end they decided to do it not from the state's border, because in Canada, as you said, the danger is much smaller. I expected Edmonton. I was a little bit surprised about Toronto. I was more looking like it will be Edmonton and Vancouver or something, but because Toronto, I've heard that the numbers were not as good, but probably they just wanted because of the time zone differences to have definitely one on the east and one on the west side. But I think the plan is good.
And I think you're spot on, boys, in both what you're saying there, and having it on the east and on the west is a good thing. Yeah, the whole thing with Toronto at the minute, there seems to be an upsurge in cases there, and obviously now I think the city of Toronto has banned sports or attendance of sports or some sort of I don't know what the exact rule is, but I know in baseball that the Blue Jays have to find a home in
I read
the
about
US,
it.
basically. Yeah, so it's pretty messed up. Like, I mean, guys, this is something that we're probably, well, hopefully never going to see again in our lifetime, and we'll be telling our grandkids about it like whenever. It's going to be crazy. Roman, just starting with you, man. Obviously, not a serious stretch to end the season before the postseason, but obviously the Avalanche going up against the Blues, and then the Dallas Stars and Vegas. We will obviously go into more detail in the following episodes, Roman, but how confident are you that with a quite small level of preparation in the Pepsi Center, how confident are you about this whole bubble situation? Do you think the Avalanche can go in and potentially win 2 or 3 games?
Yeah, of course, but you never know. This is a really hopefully once in a lifetime situation, and some teams have more injured players or players that are not able to play. So this is going to be very unique for everybody, and probably some teams will be prepared better than others, and we just have to wait and see. I don't know anything specific about the players' conditions, but as I was watching the Avalanche camp, I'm pretty confident they will be okay.
It seemed positive so far. Anyway, Roman, what you're saying, Attila, do you think the Avalanche can go in and win 3 games in a row and really start off on the right foot?
If I will be brutally honest, all what I care about the round robin is nobody to get injured. With what we had, I just want them to come out healthy, test out the lines, and be ready for the games what matters. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter if the team is going to finish first or fourth in the seeding. They have to beat sooner or later all the strong teams on the West and the best from the East to get to the Cup. So it's really, I don't think it's that important as the team to build up the team chemistry, to have the morale up and everything. Obviously, if the team is going to beat the Blues and the Golden Knights, I'm going to dance in the middle of the living room at 3 a.m. But it's a different topic.
I think the good thing in terms of time for us guys, and maybe we can actually do this. I don't know if we can do a discussion live, but the game on Wednesday against the Wild is on, well, for me at 7:30 in the afternoon. I think it's or in the evening. I think it's for you guys at like 8:30 in the evening. So it's quite early in comparison to what some games can be in terms of times.
Yeah,
and I think you're spot on what you're saying about the whole fitness level. I mean, that game, lads, has to be a, let's just get fit. Let's not worry about injuries and just see what happens.
Yeah,
I agree. Especially, you don't want like to lose McKinnon against the Minnesota Wild on an exhibition game. That's the worst you can imagine. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I agree.
I really don't care about the result on that game. but I will be watching it, obviously.
Absolutely, and hopefully, and I'm just thinking now, we will try and get a show, obviously, in reaction to that on Friday this week. And I have to say that is just rounding off the first episode of Eurolanche in English. Again, I'm very thankful and I'm honored that you've both joined me. I think it's been a pleasure so far in terms of just what we talked about, and it's great to get to know you lads just online anyway. In one sense. Roman, Attila, thank you very much for your time. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Michael.
Yeah, thank you.
And we'll see you guys on Wednesday for the next episode. Hopefully the Avs can get a win. See